Mm.
Okay. So what did you miss during the introduction? Breaking ice breaking.
I think TM I missed because I put my note on the side, and then I never thought that that was an ice breaking with the same notes. There was like warm up, right? Warm up. I will tell the student, oh, you could also use this as your you can introduce yourself. I didn't use it. I use it after I had the warm up ad lib. I did it ad lib, and then when when I scroll my screen, I saw that there's still another like something for them to read. So parang nagdoble.
Okay, so do you think you can open the website?
Mhm.
Yung kasi this is no GE, right? Yung she's a lovely person. I
TM, I
think
think
it's
I used
better.
the product, something like the product. That's the topic I had.
No, no. No GE is she's a lovely person. Yung the product is business English.
Mm, this is
So we're
English.
reviewing now the no GE.
And that's it, daily English? Or ano?
Pag sinabang GE, it's daily English, yes. Can you
Daily English.
open it from your side and then you can share the screen?
Okay. So thinking if what, how did I save my, I'm still using the teacher, the, I'll be
Test
using the
page, test
test
page.
page.
And you can also show me how do you add
Share screen.
how do you add a material?
A material. May I share my screen, TM? Okay. This one. A material. Adding a material. Nako, I don't know how to add material pa.
Mamaya na yung adding a material. Yun muna yung introduction. You can go to the best student page, share the screen on the actual test material, teaching material, and then you can probably do the introduction. What have you missed in that part?
Okay. Let me find it.
While you're looking for that, Teacher Kim, sasabihan ko lang yung naglilinis. Maingay siya, di ba?
Ah, okay.
Okay, Teacher Kim.
TM, how to use this? Okay, I found it.
Di ba nag-demo ka? Nakalimutan mo na.
Hindi naman.
January
Hinahanap
20,
ko.
31, I think, if I remember correctly.
Hmm. Okay, I
Yeah.
found it.
Pero kasi, yung no GE pala is, I think,
June.
June? June 26.
Okay lang. Idadalin din na ako doon ng ano eh. Kaya nabuksan ko na siya. Dinadala rin niya ako eh. Pero ba't niya hindi ko na siya nabubuksan? Ayun. So,
Punta
'di
ka
ba
sa ano,
ano,
daily,
businessman.
daily.
Maybe. Ito, lalabas din siya dito, eh. Ito, TM.
Yes. So tell me
She's
what you missed at the beginning. You have a copy of your demo, right?
and here. Friendly, greet student, build connection.
Okay, what have you missed in that part, Teacher Kim?
Didn't give enough time for the student to introduce herself.
Okay, what happened during the actual demo?
Is it the 77 score, 'di ba? So, I think medyo parang ngarag ako nun,
Mag-English ka, dear, kasi baka
I'm
papadala
sorry.
ko to.
I think this was the time that I was quite nervous because this was the first day, first
Mm.
time
Mm-mm.
to have the demo, and then I was following through my notes, and my notes were too much that I was
Mm.
overloaded. So I just followed through the timer. I was so focused on the timer.
Okay. But how long should you do the intro, the warm up?
Warm up.
Before you reach vocab, how long should you do the warm up?
That was around 3 to 5 minutes supposedly.
3 to 5 minutes.
Yes, but
And
I
then
didn't notice that I didn't have the warm up.
mm, okay. All right. Also, maybe you can also incorporate
Mhm,
the old GE system. 'Di ba merong there was like um what are your hobbies?
mhm,
And then what are your language focus
mhm,
or objective? It's not in the new GE, but maybe during the warm up, you can also incorporate that so that in each class, you can you will know the objective of your student. Why is she going to enroll in your class, or why is she
mm,
having a class with you, so that you can fulfill this objective. So you can be more targeted
okay.
in your methodology. Okay.
Mhm. Yes, yeah.
Okay. Next would be what else have you missed in? Let's move on to um, vocabulary. Have you missed anything in the vocab?
Yeah, that was the first time I wasn't prepared that I was really so focused on the timer plus the navigating
Mhm.
thing. I had an issue with the navigator. So at times it went back to the previous and then
I
it will
see.
advance. Especially the clicking, if you click and the answer will go through before
Okay.
the student speak, I already put the answer.
Okay. So
So that
maybe
was
you
one of
can
the things.
practice here, Teacher Kim, on
Yes.
navigation,
Mm-hmm.
yung how the PowerPoint can be played and also the
Mm-hmm.
video, so that once you start your class, you should also prepare in advance. So
Yes.
you will know how to deliver together with the PowerPoint.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
In the grammar part, it says here contractions and abbreviations. Are they the same?
The abbreviation and
Contractions.
no, yeah, it was my mistake because it should be contraction, but I wasn't aware that there will be such that. I wasn't prepared with the class, so I learned it when I finished the class. So that was my mistake. Yeah, it was
Okay.
like I
How
was
do
teaching the student to do apostrophe with like how to connect to link the word instead of saying are
mm,
not. They should be saying aren't.
mm,
And then she asked me, "Oh, what is that, teacher?" I said, "Ah,
mm,
that's just like there's an apostrophe. You should have to connect this." So
mm,
I didn't expand the answer by saying that in English, in grammar, it should be like this and like that. So I didn't say about contraction.
mm.
I said, "Oh, okay, hold on, I'll get back to you." I said, and then she said, "It's okay, don't worry, or it's okay, teacher." So that's it. It should be
Okay.
contraction. Yeah,
It's contract. Oh, so she's the one who mentioned about abbreviation versus
for
contraction.
me. For me, I said, it's like you're going to, there's an apostrophe. I said there's an apostrophe, so there should be, it was not abbreviation, it should be apostrophe. I said apostrophe.
which is a contraction.
Yeah, I did not say the word contraction itself in grammar. I did not expound my answer. I just told her it there is an apostrophe. That's why we have to link the word together. I just give it just naturally as that. I did not say any.
Okay, so how do you teach grammar?
Grammar. When it comes to grammar, let's say if the student mistakenly or committed mistake with
No. Before you even begin, how you as a teacher, how do you teach grammar
just
based on the standard SOP, based on what you learned in Ding Talk, and then based on the form, which is very important. You know the importance of this form
mm,
is it tells you what should be there in each part.
mm,
That's why if you can see how can you teach the grammar, you can actually read it from the form.
mm-hmm.
How do you teach a grammar?
Based on this lesson, based on the lesson that we had,
No, it's
or
based on the form. The one the demo form, Excel file,
the demo form.
evaluation form. The
Okay.
importance of the evaluation form is for teacher to
Mm,
know all the details that she needs to be able to contribute or be able to come up with
mm-hmm.
in each part, in each category. So
Yes.
using that form, what is important when you teach the grammar?
When explaining the grammar, especially when it comes to evaluating or advising the students what are the things or the common mistakes or the areas of improvement, I would say, okay, for tenses, you could just use the past tense. If it is past, you could just use was. I'll just go direct about the tenses if they use correctly. And for using the singular and plural nouns, singular noun, singular verb, plural noun, plural verb, such that. So I go directly with that. And then I will tell the student if they're using mm, the correct tenses or the complex sentences.
Okay, actually, what I'm looking for, can you stop sharing for a while now, teacher?
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
Actually, it's broken down here. This is what I'm telling you is that
Mm-hmm.
how do you teach grammar is when you review there's like a specific grammar that you need to teach in that specific teaching class, right? In
Mm-hmm.
this teaching material. So it's
Yes.
very simple actually. So you review what grammar, specific grammar you will need to teach and then confirm the understanding. Meaning to say in your class notes, maybe you should have like the example. Kunwari, if it's like contraction, you should have
Mm-hmm.
some examples already to show the
Oh,
structure.
mhm. Yes.
And then once the student, let's say you teach that for a while, use
Mm-hmm.
simple language, provide clear instructions,
Mm-hmm.
and some of your examples in sentences in using this grammar has to be connected in students' experiences.
Mm,
Yes. And then
okay.
once you have that in your class notes, then try to teach it. Then check students' understanding. The
Yeah.
moment your student understand, then you can ask your student to come up with their own sentences using students' experiences. If
Mm-hmm.
not, they don't understand, use simple language, provide clear instruction, and then first you give your example based on your students' whatever was shared to you during the lead in the
Mm-hmm.
warm up. Yeah, that's how you use that part. Got it?
Mm, yes.
So what I am also trying to drive at is um, don't put many things in each part. You need to
Mm,
be guided by these items. These
mm,
items. You get
okay.
it?
Mm-hmm.
The same with your business English demo here.
Mm,
When you teach that part, all of the requirements are here in every part. That's how you can help yourself. Like in
mm,
the ice breaking, okay, teacher has to smile, ganon. Don't look tired, and so on. So all of the requirements are here or
yeah.
specifics.
So
You can.
twice I introduced twice.
Ah, yes. So there's like the mamaya na tayo dyan. Here
Mm,
muna. Because
okay.
this one, once you are able to perfect this or more or less grasp this, it's easy to see this guideline and
Mm-hmm.
apply it in class. So anyway, let me stop sharing. Let me
Mm,
go back to the part wherein what you missed in the speaking. So
okay.
how do you teach the speaking part?
For the speaking part, on the GE.
Yeah, no GE. Because there's something that you missed in this part in teaching the speaking, and what was that?
Is it the vocabulary list or
Speaking na, speaking. Tapos na tayo sa grammar, tapos na tayo sa vocab.
the free before the speaking free for the free talk. Okay, for the
Yeah, before the free talk.
speaking. Okay, so I just told her we will do a role play
Ah, okay.
and then we will have a conversation that let's say I will be A and you will be B.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think she's asking me about, yeah, because I was not aware about the contraction perhaps, so I did not give a clear instruction. Do I just need to read the instruction here, like complete the conversation, use contraction if possible, listen to. Okay. So the audio, I click the audio. I play the audio, and she said she cannot hear. So what I did, I removed my headset because it's not playing. So when I removed the headset, it was on a speaker mode. She was able to hear. That's
Mm-hmm.
what happened
So
during the class.
all good when you transferred from headset to speaker.
Mm. And
Okay.
then
So
I
the
also
question
asked
is, what
her.
have you missed? I mean, other than that, because you were playing the audio and audio played. Okay, what have you missed
I
in the
think I was
speaking?
just not really so familiar how to answer to do this um part. But what I did, I just read the instruction and then I flow through it. Like for example, the letter B, speaking letter B. Okay, would you like to just I think I'll just let her read that one. Is it correct? Do I need to let
No.
her just read it?
What based on the ET form, teacher Kim, check
Hmm.
how are you going to teach that part.
Okay.
So tell me, how are you going to teach that part based on the information that you have? Because with that information, you can correct your mistakes. Am I right?
Yes po.
So how
So the one that I miss, because it says
in
here
the
it miss.
speaking part?
Prompt student to use new vocabulary and grammatical structure in conversation. So
Mm,
was it the one that I miss?
yeah, that one was what you missed. So there was some activities, correct?
Hmm.
There are some activities. So what you need to do as a teacher is you have to give clear instructions. And we don't ask ever to make our student read. Don't ask student to read the meaning. Don't ask, they are
I
not
just
here to read.
follow.
You get
I
it?
told her introduce just people based on their business cards. And then she asked me, as far as I could remember, teacher, what is Irish? I said that that's from Ireland.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And then she still continued. So she said, she is Diana. She's American. She's
mm-hmm.
popular. So
Okay.
she's just using
So
it.
that's what she said. And then you, as a teacher, how do you help her? She is
Mm-hmm.
Diana, she is American. So how do you help her in as much as you're talking about contraction?
So should I have to add more? Like I thought she's just going to
In the
let
speaking
speak.
part, in the speaking part,
Mm.
in as much as you are going to apply the
Mm.
grammar, right, which is a
Mhm.
contraction, and you will also apply the vocab that the student learned in the
Mhm.
speaking while you are doing the exercises. So what you need to do if there are errors on uh, at this point in time while you complete the activity in speaking
Mhm.
part, you should
Mhm.
also prompt the student to use the newly acquired grammar that you taught and
Mm.
also the new vocab application. Kaya speaking.
Including so she would need to aside from telling about she's American, so she could also use adjective like
No,
she's lovely
kasi
American.
'di ba sabi mo she
Mm.
is what? She
She's
is
Diana, she's
Diana, she is
American.
American. So what you
Mm.
need to do is, oh, you mean she's American. She's Diana. You get it?
Mhm.
So you're going to correct the student later because in the speaking part, what we need to develop here, Teacher Kim, is
Mm.
the fluency.
Mm.
And so we avoid excessive interruption in this part.
Mm.
So, but then what you missed here was to use the new vocabulary and the
Mhm.
grammatical structures that you recently taught the student.
Mhm.
So you prompt the student to use that during the speaking part. Yes, but
Mm.
you do that after the student speaks.
Mm.
So you also can do delayed correction,
Yes.
delayed feedback, right? Especially in the free
Mhm.
talk. But here you
Mhm.
can also do that. Oh, you mean she's American? You get it?
Mhm.
Pagkatapos niya gawin yung activity, then you prompt the student and then try to give feedback in a
Mhm.
manner that you already use the correct usage of the
Mhm.
grammar. So the student can say, oh, yes, you're right, she's American. You
Mhm.
get it? But while you are doing that, you need to reflect. Student said she is American. So
Mhm.
you should say she's American. You get it? That's in the class notes.
Mhm.
Get it, teacher?
Yes po. So
Okay.
iko-correct ko. But I think I did not correct her on speaking A and speaking B because I think I did not notice if there's a mistake.
You did not know.
I didn't know what to do. I did not know
Okay,
what to
teacher
do.
Kim, I'm going to share the form with you now. See that
Mm.
in the speaking part, encourage the use of targeted vocabulary and grammar, the one that you taught here and here.
Mm.
Get it? So while you facilitate, you will be the one, right? To say, this is
Mhm.
what we will do. Follow the activity steps. Yes, you ensure student conversation and participation. Keep the conversation flowing.
Mhm.
Yep. And then your constructive feedback on errors will be a little later. You avoid excessive interruptions.
For the
But
speaking.
yeah, if the student did very well, then you need to praise.
Mhm.
Don't forget to praise.
Mm.
Well done.
Mhm.
However, di mag-correct ka na. Okay?
Mhm.
So, I would like to emphasize if you are a little lost, go back to this form. It's all here, Teacher Kim. You get
Okay
it?
po. Mhm. Yes.
Okay. Let's move on to the next part here. The next part would be free talk. Okay,
Mhm.
what have you missed in the free talk? Or if you have questions in the free talk, you can ask me the question.
Free talk.
Did you miss anything in the free talk? Maybe not. None. There's none. You were good in the free talk. Yes?
Yes, I just let her read it, answer some questions that contain the keywords or phrases we learn in the class. And
Mm-hmm.
then she was able to answer one by one, and I was giving feedback. I mean, comment. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I always give like that.
Mm-hmm. So you need to have follow-up questions in free talk, Teacher Kim.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, for speaking or free talk or vocab, if you get the opportunity to contribute
Mm-hmm.
knowledge expansion, any natural expressions,
Mm-hmm.
any new words. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
there are many words to describe, let's say, this place, but you can use one word, a more advanced word, then try to um, offer and teach your student for knowledge expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
if you have that, you can reflect that in the class notes
Mm-hmm.
and highlight that so that Teacher Kim, if I'm your student, I would say, "Oh, Teacher Kim helps me a lot because she would
Mm-hmm.
introduce to me a lot of new expressions or a lot of new words that I don't know." And she would leave all these in the class notes so that I can remember. So maybe you can color code that all of your knowledge expansion is
Mm-hmm.
probably in this color so that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, all your students will remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
How about in the summary, Teacher Kim? What have you missed?
The summary part.
Mm,
Yeah, that's what she told me. She taught me I should be. It's very important not to forget to say that the recap. I forgot to recap and then
exactly.
mention everything about so you learn vocabulary. I should show the summary page where I skip it. I didn't know what to
Mm.
do with
Why
that
did you skip it, Teacher Kim?
because I didn't know what to do with that.
Yeah, you can actually ask your student, "Oh, what have you learned in this class?"
Yeah, I should have
Diba?
asked.
So that, "Oh, I learned about how to do contractions. I learned these new words." You see that? Then
Yes.
you involve your students. You make your students speak more.
Yeah. And one more thing, I think I did it on my second demo. The first demo I didn't teach like I gave idiom. So I think I did it when I had my second demo. Like
Mhm.
I should give more like what you said earlier, I should give like my own vocabulary or the thing that to help her improve more. So I've, as far as I remember, I taught one student like, it was selling like a hot cake. So I think I taught her about the product for the idioms.
Mm,
But here I
was
didn't
selling like
input
hotcakes.
anything. I just follow through because I was like a bit nervous on how to use and navigate the tools.
Okay. Teacher Kim, on class notes, what should you remember and what have you missed in this demo?
The class notes.
Class
There's no
notes.
evaluation here, TM, right?
In GE, one of the very as important
Mm.
as methodology, teaching
Mm.
methodology is this one. It's class notes. It's
Ah.
equally important as your methodology.
Yeah, I forgot the summary 1 to 2 minutes and then the recap of objective and then discuss the student achievement.
That's the
Achievement.
summary. But
Mm.
what about in the class notes? What should be there?
The time and everything, every part, and the pronunciation,
What
sentence
about the
correction, and
pronunciation?
yeah, pronunciation, sentence correction, and vocabulary.
Okay, let's focus first on pronunciation. What should be in the class notes?
The correction of the mispronounced words.
Yeah. And how do you reflect that?
I put it there. Every part, let's say there's the vocabulary part, she mispronounced one word, I will put it there and I will tell her. But there were times I put there, but I forgot to tell her.
Okay. You need to. once it's mispronounced and you reflect in the class notes, you need to
Tell her.
teach specifically how to pronounce. And there should be what we call IPA, right?
Mm.
You know how to get the IPA.
Yeah, the draw sound. I will get from the dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which dictionary? That
Cambridge.
Cambridge Dictionary.
Mm.
Please, Teacher Kim, do not use the translate option that you mentioned of the Cambridge Dictionary.
Mm.
Do not use the translate option of the Cambridge. Only dictionary IPA. For translation, we need to use Google.
Ah, okay. So we cannot give the Chinese character. Let's say there's a Chinese character from that
You can
Cambridge.
use Google, Teacher Kim. Google only.
Ah, okay.
So English Chinese, Chinese to English. But for Cambridge Dictionary, you can just use to get the IPA or maybe to guide on the synonyms, antonyms, and all that. But you
Mm.
cannot use the portion of Cambridge Dictionary for translate to get it.
Mm.
You can't.
Oh,
Otherwise, you will be flagged by QC
mm.
because for translation, it's Google.
Okay. So we can
Okay.
still use Google.
Um, you finished your sensitive issues test, right?
Yes, I had
When you will show some pictures, what is it that you will use?
picture.
Picture.
I just show the one in in the middle, not on the other side because sometimes there's like an advertisement on the side.
Yeah, we cannot also use that. But what's the official website that you can use for pictures, for images?
Only our teaching materials.
Knowledge expansion. Actually, there are few options, Teacher Kim. One
Mm.
is you, in the class notes, you can pre-prepare it. Copy the picture and then paste in the class notes, but don't save it because the system doesn't allow it. It will be an error if you save the images. It's better you put it there and then before you save the class notes, remove the pictures.
Okay. But every time I put something, I save the class notes. Let's say I was already on the class.
So nag-pre-save ka na.
Mm.
Then you
Put
cannot put pictures. What you can do is for pictures, it's Baidu.
okay.
Baidu for
Yeah, I do.
images.
How
Please
about
do not make the mistake of Googling images during
yes.
class.
So can I
Because
just
of
copy
QC.
the picture and then I put it on my Google document and then I'll show my Google document.
But that's other website again. It's a Google document.
No, my own page. There's no, it's not a website. It's like a Word PDF, something like that.
PDF file.
Not my own file. Yeah, my own like the Google documents, like what you're doing, you're sharing. But for me, I'm not gonna share. But like, do you remember when we were doing IELTS?
Mhm.
Sometimes I will paste it on Google Docs so that they can just see the bigger picture of the
Yeah,
questionnaire.
it's still the website of Google.
No, it's not Google. It's Google Docs. That's our own page. It's like a G Suite. It's our own page.
I still need to ask if
A
that's
G Suite.
possible.
That's our own page.
Because
There's no
before you can open the any any of those documents, right? You need to go to Google to Google.
it's already there. I mean, it's already prepared. Like for example, I will show my notes. I prepared the notes. I will show on the page like it's at the notes. So something like that.
Okay,
It's
wait.
it's the Google Docs. Do you remember if we click the G Suite, you will see the color blue one, the Google Doc. So that is just your own.
We are not allowed to to we just share the teaching material, right? The
Mm,
only thing that we can open other than those three
mm,
will be the teaching material. Or if the student gave you a material, but you need to secure screenshots that TA pre-screened that material.
mm,
You cannot just easily accept any material because we should just stick to teaching material.
Yeah.
So I still need to ask that if we can do that. Because let's say I open my document, which is my own document, as you said, Word document or whatever document that is. It's still other material. You get it?
Okay.
It's still other material.
It is limiting us as a teacher.
Yes, I
Before
know it.
in
I know.
IELs, if there's like some questions, let's say they didn't understand how does it look like? Let's say we're talking about vegetables, and the student couldn't really distinguish, and I couldn't really explain in just a layman term, so I have to show the picture. So I have to show the picture from the website, like the image.
What's gonna happen is if you show the image from other
Google.
websites, you will be in danger of
Ah,
that you
okay.
open other websites. What's gonna
Mm.
happen is on the first time that you get caught,
Mm.
you will submit the letter, right? Commitment letter. The
Mm.
second time, you will be fined 8,000. The third
Mm.
time, you will be terminated.
Wow.
Hmm. Diba,
But how
sensitive
about
issues test training is
But how
that.
about teacher near? She has a file. She can save it. Like the QC thought that it was another website, but it
Yes.
was an own file. So we cannot do that also. Like on
She can do that, but she shouldn't be sharing her screen, showing that.
when
You
getting
get
the
it?
file. So I can also
Yes.
open the file, a file with the pictures I've saved there, my own file, like the copy images file, like my JPEG. I can share.
Because the thing is, Teacher Kim, if you start your class,
Mm-hmm.
automatically you will share your screen, right? You can
Yeah.
share maybe that part of the website of the
Mm-hmm.
teaching page. So maybe a small part of your screen can be used for Googling, but you
Mm.
cannot share that.
Yeah, I'm
You
not.
get it? You cannot share that part. And then you will also have you put yourself in danger because maybe you commit a mistake. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
something happens with audio and you need to do something. Then all of a sudden, what if you share that part?
Mm.
Then you will be again tagged by QC.
Okay.
That's the danger.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, but as I've mentioned, I can ask if it's, let's say, all these pictures, you put it in one, let's say, as you said, Word file.
Google Keep, Google Docs, or Google Slides. There are three we can use: Google Keep, Google Slides, or Google Docs.
That's
You can
still Google website.
not a website. Website is just like something that you can search. That is like a G Suite that you cannot search. You're using your own personal page.
It's
G
still
Suite.
your other material, correct?
Yeah, my
It's
own
still other
page, not
material.
the Google website. But the since you gave me the idea of posting it on the notes, so what I'm going to do, maybe if it is just like an ad lib, there's a question that the student really want to see the picture. What I'm gonna do, I'll copy the page, the image, and then paste it right away on the note, and I delete it right away. Maybe
Yes,
that's
that's
the
the
best thing
best.
I can do.
Yeah, that's the
I'm not
best.
going to do anything by saving here because it will ruin my notes as well.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, but
So that's the
it
only
will
thing I
be
can do. Yeah.
Yep. So you can remind me. I can ask Keisha about uh, the Word file at least.
Yeah, the G Suite. Yeah.
Um. So that's for the IPA, and
Mm.
next would be background. You should have the background of partner English. You don't have the background of partner
This one.
English.
This one.
Hmm?
This one.
But sabi dito, you don't have the background.
Ah, that was the first time when I came in. That's why I was late because I thought that the old. Do you remember you gave me the password and the username for the Voove, and I didn't know that it will not be working right away. When I was turning on my Voove, it was suddenly gone. I mean, it's not usable anymore. I cannot access, so I have to re-enter another Voove where it was my personal Voove. So
Wait,
when I re-enter my personal VOV, I asked the TA, I'm sorry, the QA, the teacher who gave me the demo. I told her, I'm sorry, I have to put my VOV background first because I cannot access the other VOV.
you don't
That's
have
what
access
happened.
to your enterprise version now?
No,
No
I
more?
cannot. It was gone.
Really? Why?
So I'm using my personal. It was deleted. I mean, it was not accessible.
Not
It was
accessible?
log out. It was sign out. Yeah, and everything was not working. So that was just last minute, very last
Not
minute. I was ready.
accessible. Move enterprise.
Yeah, so when I was I don't use VooV anymore, and that was my demo day.
Can you send me your login details, Teacher Kim, in Skype
The
so I can
login
ask
details.
them to activate your VooV?
I don't know why they remove it.
The VooV enterprise
The ubansi.com, right?
version of Teacher Kim. Oh, hindi oh. Dati pa yun eh. It's your Ding Talk na. You log in using the mobile number that you used in registering in Ding Talk.
So this is the
UNC
one that I'm
is
using
before
right
that
now.
pa. Noon pa yan, hindi na yan yung VooV Enterprise.
So this one, Kim Shek Chua, this is my Ding Tok.
So this one is your enterprise version
I
using the
think
login
so.
details of your mobile phone, correct?
Yeah, I can record using this one now. There's a recording.
Oh, so it's not, it's accessible.
But
You made
how
a
come I
mistake
was logged
using the
out?
old VooV.
Okay. So it's not the Yongbang C, this one.
Oh,
This one is not working
enterprise
anymore.
version
The
na,
Kim
Teacher
Shek
Kim.
Mardi.